Okay, it's 3 o'clock. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Good. Start off with the pledge of allegiance, please. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming. I know everybody loves this later 3 o'clock time. Anyway, hope everyone had a chance to read the minutes. If so, I'm looking for the appropriate motion.
I'll make a motion.
First by legislator Lockwood, second by legislator Holtz. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, that's approved. First item up, IT1, resolution awarding professional services contract RFP 21-BG001, architecture and engineering services for the Bunner Street complex. I'd like to move for discussion. First by legislator Holtz, second by legislator Twist. Does anyone have any questions on this? Anything you want to say in this, Rick?
No, this is just $250,000 for an architect and engineering firm, which we have chosen. We formed a committee with legislator Holst and legislator Wilmot, Phil, Holly, and myself. We graded all the companies. Once we got down to the final three, we brought them in, the final three, for a presentation, and we chose CNS. So.
All right. Okay, any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carries. IT2, I'm looking for a motion to amend IT2 from RFP 22-AIR001 to 002, last three digits.
Make the motion to make the change to 002.
Okay, first by legislator Twist, second by legislator House. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's amended. Now back to the original resolution. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carries. IT3, resolution authorizing the creation of one position in the Department of Solid Waste. Is there anything you want to say on this, Carl? That's the supervisor position.
Yeah, be a sort of blue collar supervisor position, sort of, boots on the ground supervisor. We've had a lot of turnover. We're taking in a lot more tonnage than we traditionally have. And I'm looking for a blue collar supervisor that could be in there on the landfill, helping the guys out if he's got to jump in a piece of equipment to do so.
Right.
Train some of our new employees. We have a good bit of new employees in our operator position. So
All right.
I'm looking for.
Sounds
This
good.
is similar to a position that we used to have, correct? Except for
Yes, there was formerly a landfill supervisor position. I couldn't tell you exactly when, long before my time, even as an operation manager, but there was one in existence prior.
Understood. Okay, let's motion to move it. First by legislator Twist, second by legislator Lockwood. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, carries. IT4, resolution authorizing the reclassification of one position in the Department of Solid Waste. Okay, anything you want to say on this? I know that was the mechanic position.
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. There's one mechanic position, equipment mechanic position at Earth that's responsible for all of their rolling stock, all of their loaders and trucks and equipment. It is currently classified as equipment mechanic 1. I don't exactly know how it ended up the way. I believe it used to be equipment mechanic 2. And
This is bringing it up to the
we'll
same.
bring it back up to equipment mechanic 2. All the other positions, the other 4 positions on the solid waste side, on the rest of the hill side, are all equipment mechanic 2. So just to facilitate any transfers in between the two, or to just bring
It's the same job.
bring everybody. It's basically the same job, and bring everybody up to speed.
Okay.
And while I was there, this is a position that had constant turnover, correct?
This position has constant turnover. I want to say in the past 6 years, 3. Well, we just lost a person in this position, so I'll be going the next round that has to fill that position as well again. So yeah, we've had 3 3 people in the past 6-7 years.
You had 2 just when I was there.
Exactly, it's 2 prior to that. So it's very hard to retain people in this group.
Understood. Motion to move it. First by legislator Lockwood, second by legislator Twist. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none. Carried. And IT 5, resolution authorizing the budget modification, Department of Solid Waste, highway and street equipment. I believe this is for the excavator.
This would be,
Yep.
this would be for the excavator. We had an old piece of equipment, 1996 Daewoo, larger, sort of 300 class excavator. Actually, my first day officially on the job, that the engine seized on that piece of equipment's failed. It's a very old and hard to find parts for a 90s era Daewoo. The parts are expensive, hard to find. That piece of equipment, even prior to losing the engine, was down on a number of longer term occasions just to find the parts. So we're looking to replace that. I'm asking for the budget transfer to facilitate that. This was scheduled in our 5-year plan for next year, but obviously, given the exigency, we'll try and move it up to next year.
Okay, thanks. Motion to move it. First by legislator Twist, second by legislator Holst. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, carries. IT 6, resolution increasing authorization of capital project E0122 B&G vehicles. This is the skid steer, I believe, that Rick spoke about. Anything else there?
No, this is just to replace that Bobcat that we've had problems with. We're gonna take $17,000 was the estimate to get it fixed. They're willing to take it in as a trade, knock a few thousand off, and this is the difference in price.
Okay, so anyone have any questions? I need a motion to move it. Yeah, that'd help, huh? Motion to move it. First by legislator Twist, second by legislator House. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None, carries. IT 7, resolution authorizing expenditure capital reserve number 21, building and grounds. This is for the Runner Street complex. And I believe that's to pay for IT 1, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so motion to move it. First by legislator Twist, second by legislator Holst. Any questions? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Long time.
Absolutely,
We've
absolutely.
been talking about that since I was
Okay, and we had the one addition that everyone has here, which is IT 8. Resolution setting a public hearing regarding public law number 4 of 2022, local law amending local law number 4 of 2015, a local law permitting and regulating all-terrain vehicle operation on certain portions of county roads. Motion moved. First by legislator Holst, second by legislator Lockwood. Does anyone have any questions on this? I know we get to do it every year, and here and there's some sections that are added, and I believe that's why we are updating that from 2015.
Do you have a list of what roads they run on?
We can get that.
Oh, I got it.
You got it.
Never mind, I got it. Thank you.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. IT carries.
Mr. Chairman, before we leave resolutions,
Yep.
I think I found an error in IT3. Carl, have the wage tipping fees revenues come in already over what was budgeted?
Have they come in over what was budgeted?
I don't think this early in the year. you would-
I would imagine they're going over it.
On the budget map, it's taking the money out of wage tipping fee revenues and putting it towards the new position. You wouldn't know this, but you can't take money out of revenues for another use until you've met and exceeded the revenues budgeted for the year. So what I've asked the committee to do is motion to reconsider IT3 so that we can amend it to take this money out of salaries fund balance to pay for that position.
I'll make the motion to reconsider IT3.
First by legislator Twist, second by legislator Lockwood. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay.
And the motion would be to amend it to eliminate rate tipping fees as a source of the funding and replace that with Department CL Object 159900, solid waste unappropriated fund balance for the $83,012.08.
I'll make the motion.
First by legislator Twist, second by legislator House. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carries. Thank you, Phil.
Yeah, thank you.
Our resolutions, on to bids. Holly?
Hi.
How's it going? How you doing? You want to cover the bid?
I can, or, yeah,
Oh, okay, no, I didn't know. if
Either
you wanted
one.
to
I don't care.
go. Cover them if you want.
Okay. The 004 structural steel, aluminum, and reinforcing rods. We sent it out to 6 different vendors. We only had one response. Shimon. So that's who Kurt awarded it to.
Right, understood.
And
In the amount of 467,026.
.31 net.
Understood. Motion to award. The motion, first by legislator House, second by legislator Holst. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Bid approved. Shimon. Okay, next one.
Okay, the next one, 005, corrugated steel decking. We sent it out to 4 vendors. 2 responded, US Steel and Shimon. It was, you can see, there's a bid report. Anyway, US Bridge.
Yep.
Yeah, we selected US Bridge, they were the lowest.
And that was a breakdown of various
Yes,
different things,
yeah.
that's why it's.
Well, they had 2 options, and then they compared, and they thought bid option 1 was the best.
Understood. The motion approved, first by legislator Holst, second by legislator House. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, carries. Today's date.
Today is the,
Okay. And the next one.
Okay, 007, Goodyear Tires. We sent it to Syracuse Retreaders and Talmadge Tire and Auto. Both responded, and based on the pricing they gave us, Talmadge Tire and Auto was the lowest.
that we currently have.
No. I thought we used to have them.
They have been in and out.
Yeah, I thought we had Syracuse Retreaders, but we used to have Talmadge. But I could double check for you.
Okay. That's the motion to approve it. To bid, first by legislator Holst, second by legislator Lockwood. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, carries. Yes, that was Talmadge, and then that should be solid waste tanker, correct? Do you have that? or-
Yes, yeah. Yeah, you just want to hear me pronounce it or mispronounce it. Leachy. Take the trailer.
Leachy, yeah.
Leachy. So, well, Carl's here, but, we got 2 responses, and the one that we selected was Tri-Tank.
Okay. Your motion to award the dry tank, first by legislator House, second by legislator Twist. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All good. Oh, correct.
We have one more, B&G.
Oh, yes, okay. Good, good.
So, yeah, B&G Trash and Recyclables. We sent it out to Butler. We did have some calls from other vendors inquiring, sending in questions on it, but they chose not to bid. And so, I guess we only received 1, so we're giving it to Butler, who's had our contract anyway.
Understood. The motion to award to Butler, first by legislator Twist, second by legislator House. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any department updates? Airport? How's everything going up there?
We're still working on that terminal building, COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Materials, supply chain, contractors, everything has been a nightmare. We actually just completed, before I left to come here, the reinstall of the roof on the building. Because the original roof that they put on there was manufactured out of square. They had to put it on so they could work through the winter. It's a Kingspan roofing system. It's insulated panels. So that was the roof insulation for it. So we rejected those panels. They left them on through the winter. Kingspan provided the contractor new panels with no cost. The contractor ate the labor to remove and reinstall the new panels, and they actually just completed that. Windows, we're actually seeing the same thing. We got Anderson windows in there. All the seals are just not quite rusted. So there's been a lot of rejecting of materials, and the contractor has been fantastic with taking care of it, but it's been a process to get to where we are. We're hoping to move in July.
Understood.
Yeah.
So you don't want me to have you first on the place of that?
Yeah, that's what I was, give you a month or two before we have the meeting over there.
Yeah.
Next month,
COVID has definitely delayed everything. And even the like I say, you're getting Anderson windows, Kingspan roofing panels. They're the best of the best, and the quality control coming out of these places right now is just it's awful. We had a delay waiting for rocks. There's some ornamental rocks that go outside. We were delayed because it's just been COVID has. Thankfully, we're still.
Can you go find some rocks for 'em?
And that's what we were doing. Every little thing has been just a hurdle. We're still going to end up with a great product in the end, but we're rejecting and they're redoing. Hopefully the worst is behind us.
Understood.
I know a couple people have come out and checked out the building. It is a nice building.
Understood. And D&D, anything, you guys all good there?
We're all good. Youth Bureau just got a grant for $250,000 from Camp Hollis. So we worked for an RFP to get an architect engineer out there to put a new heating system in, update the electrical, and they wanted to tack on the back of the building, which we're going to build. We're also working on an RFP for a roof on our building down there. It's pretty old. We have crews right now remodeling office space up to 911 and up to DSS. So
I know I've seen you guys a bunch of different places. Yeah, I know how many people you got in the department. I'm going, how the heck they doing that?
we're thin.
Yeah. All right, thank you. I know in highway we got two new drivers here, so to speak. We got Chris and Sean as OS2. All things going so far. I know it's only been a week. You guys trying to feel things out and get the
little busy.
land. I mean, you guys, it's not like you're totally unfamiliar with it, but everything's going all.
You
want to go?
Yeah. We're starting to come off our snow and ice operations. The guys are coming off nights end of this week. We're doing a lot of training this month. I think we got 3 different weeks where our guys are training. We're doing dig safe training. Then we got mine safety training. And then we have some general county safety training. Getting our mix plant ready for May. And we got a bridge grant recently for $1.9 million approximately, which next month I hope we'll be coming with a resolution to get that project set up. That's all I
Got your
got.
hands full trying to.
Yeah.
Everything's going good though?
Yes, we're just doing regular maintenance, our cleanup for spring, cleaning intersections, sweeping. Like he said, we're getting the plant worked on, changing parts that are wear parts. And our equipment, we're changing the plows over to, the plows back to 10-wheelers, so we can move on with our progress for the summer.
About 2 months ago, I had a couple phone calls about the road. It's Van Buren Road between 57 and 481. It has railroad track. Okay.
the hole in that railroad track, it knocked a Jeep. I mean, it was awful. I went over and went over it, and what happens is if you moved over, the arms came down. So I called CSX twice. Oh, we'll take care of it. So the second time I said, well, when somebody gets killed on that thing, we'll give you a call. So when I was coming down the other day, there was a CSX truck on the railroad track on 57. So I stopped, and he was the big shot working with these guys. So I told him about it, and he said, we'll go right up and look at it. So I went up. They looked at it all right. They put, the hole is this deep, and they put that much for cast. So now you'll know. It's awful. Somebody's gonna really get hurt in there.
Right.
Probably sunk it.
I know that's tough in situations like that,
Yeah.
because when it's the railroad's property, we can't, there's a
Right.
certain area we can and can't.
Yeah, Roger wouldn't touch it, so that's
Right.
okay.
Yeah, because that's the town road there, when it
Yeah.
borders stuff like that, I know it's difficult, even with the signage, when they have some of their signs go down, they're not allowed to touch.
But after I told him that and told him how big the hole was, and there was an old lady that called me, and she was very upset. And they put a big X on the road with a circle. And I thought, well, if I take that go, and that's what the job.
Well, if they filled the whole part of the way, does the arm still come down? Just checking, maybe your arms, you got enough there to keep you down.
Oh, they'll let me know if it does.
Understood.
Mm.
Okay.
If I may.
Yep.
Along with that terminal thing, we actually just submitted a grant application. I know it gets a little nervous when we, but we actually, through the bipartisan infrastructure law, the additional $600,000 that we had to appropriate last year for this project, we actually just submitted a grant application for $700,000 to reimburse that $600,000. No guarantees, but very well.
That always makes you happy if we get
I'm sorry, what?
The bipartisan infrastructure law where we applied for the $700,000 to reimburse that $600,000 that we spent last year
Yeah.
additional. Again, if we get this grant, there's a 5% local match, but it's only 5% of the $700,000 to reimburse our $600,000 that we've already spent.
Sounds like a pretty good deal.
That it's, fingers crossed. I was just talking to the FAA again right before I left here, and they were asking some questions about it. Wouldn't give me a read one way or the other, but
Wanted to do my checkbook.
Thank you for the update. That would be great if we got that. Okay, I believe that includes everything. Look for the appropriate motion. Motion to adjourn. First by legislator House, second by legislator Twist. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?